Hello, beautiful souls. This is Vinita Kumar, also known as Twinflameunion, bringing you guys in this week's pep talk and empowerment under the signs and syncs. Signs that the universe is going to show you that you are just about to have a child. This is a topic that is very, very close to my own heart, just because I have a couple of kids that are supposed to be coming. So it's something that I have been experiencing a lot. And as I get closer and closer to my goal, I guess, it's starting to show a little bit even more. The frequency of the signs are even more aggressive. So we're gonna dive deep into this particular topic. I have actually made lots of notes here, and I'll give you lots of examples. It doesn't matter whether you are in a twin flame journey or not. If you are supposed to be having a child, there's going to be ways that the universe is going to communicate to you and even your children. So this is that segment. Stay tuned. It's a fun and exciting segment where you will actually probably get a few of these signs in any case. If not all of them, you'll have to tell me how many actually hit the signs. I have 10 of them. But before we actually dive deep into the signs, let's hit it. And welcome back. For those that are new to this channel, welcome. Please do not forget to hit like, share, and subscribe, as well as hit the notification bell so that you do not miss any future videos. I have so many videos and so much content in this channel now, each different from the other. Each topic is different from the other. I try not to repeat the same topics twice, or yes, it's just that I find that some of the YouTubers, they try to do that, and I try not to do that. So you're gonna find that my content is actually differently set up, where I'm actually bringing out new things for you guys. And so far I am so happy as a twin flame teacher that I'm able to actually facilitate something like this for you guys. So it is I am blessed, and I forever get guidance. And I just launched my article that I talked about in my previous YouTube video, signs and things on 1111, angel number 1111 in twin flames. I know that a lot of people, I draw is usually the twin flames, but if you are stumbling on this video because you are getting some sort of synchronicities when it comes to having signs that you may actually have children in the future, this is that video, so stay tuned. I also want to say that you can book any private sessions with me, be it reading or any healing sessions. I did open up my shamanic healing session, so you guys can take a look at that. It is open to the public. The only thing, and I'm going to actually go over some of the latest that I have received from my children, just the insights and stuff like that, because like I said, that I'm very, very it's very, very close to my heart just because I have children coming, and I actually do have a segment on twin flame and children. So you can take a look at that one as well. I'll link it in the description so that you guys don't have to leaf through so many of my videos to find it. It is that video is geared for people that have, have insights that they're going to have children in the future. It doesn't matter if you are having it with your twin flame or, just with, a soul partner. That video will still, I'm pretty sure, help you guys. So you can purchase and book directly from my website. And I want to add that 10% of twinflameunion sales also goes to charity. So you can check all that information in my website along with a lot of blogs. There's a lot now. So I stopped counting. I think I'm in page 10. So 9 times 9 is 81 blogs on my website. So yeah, it's increasing. Okay, so we're going to dive into this here, 10 signs that you're about to have a child. And it doesn't really matter whether you're going to have a child or you're going to have couple. You will kind of get to know all that inside anyways. I always say that if you are sensing some sort of children that are making contact with you, you're going to have children in the future, you may want to actually connect with a medium. I know that during my individual sessions with clients, it always comes up. I've been given the name of a spiritual doula, if that's what it is. If I sense children are coming and I tell you to go and connect with a medium, and usually the feedback comes back that sure enough, they do have children coming. So yeah, it is what it is. If I sense it, and if I've told you that specifically that you're gonna have children or child or something like that, then chances are that that's what it is. And this is this video for you guys to see whether this is in alignment with what you've received so far. So I do want to say that I have 10 signs here, and there's probably more signs, but these are the ones that came to me as I was channeling it. And they are not in any type of, sequential order. So don't worry about, being that. Just figure out how this actually rolls into your, your signs and things. So the first one that I have, number 1, is your twin flame will give you a hint. This may differ for a lot of you people, and it's not, like I said, it's not in any kind of order, but at some point in your connection, your twin flame will probably tell you that, they may outrightly say that they want to have children, or they may not. They may, just indicate it in other ways. So, and I'll give you an example. When I met my twin flame, he was talking very specifically about his family and all that. And he was just talking about how he's got, his nieces and nephew, and they play with him. And, he was just telling me how they play with him. And when he was telling me this, the first thing that came into my mind was like, oh, this guy loves kids and he wants to have children. And at that point in my life, I was not interested in having children and stuff like that. It was, I had a lot of past life blocks on it. So, there's the biggest one that I can see that is a block is when my twin and I, we were trying to have a child each lifetime, few times. The block was that as I was having, when I was in the delivery, when I was trying to have this child, I didn't make it, the child didn't make it, and that left a lot of, a lot of fear in my own twin flames, life, right? From previous life carried on in this life. So that's one of the fears that he has, and a block. So this is something that I dug into my past life to see what was the story, and the story was one of these. This is one scenario anyways. So I just want to say that this, your journey will give you different ways to heal, and it could be a children block as well that will show up. So if that is the case, just have a look in your past life and see how this actually is rolling. So I know that in the as growing up, I was not into children. I wasn't I wasn't too keen on kids and stuff like that, and I found that I didn't care for them. So, and I never thought of having children. And of course, as I healed my past life, I found that children are being drawn to me and stuff like that. They like me, and it's I have a different view of children now, and that's just as part of your healing. So number one sign would be your twin flame will give you some sort of hint, or the partner that you are with will sort of hint you in some way, and you'll have to just figure out what that is. Number two sign is inner knowing. This would be something that you will just know. It doesn't matter how this presents, at what stage of your journey or your connection with your twin flame or your soulmate, you just will know. And that inner knowing is going to be so strong, nothing or nobody will be able to change your mind on it. You know that you're going to have a child, and that's just it, right? So that inner knowing is going to be very, very strong and very, very profound. And it doesn't matter that whether you are a male or a female watching this, creation happens with two people. So you just never know how this is going to align with you. These signs that I'm telling is not gender specific. It's not necessarily for women itself. It's gonna be, I've had male clients that come to me, and I've actually even told them about that too, that you're gonna have a child, right? So it doesn't really matter. And I know that in today's time things are changing, where people are the same sex couple as well. So if that is the case, you can still take this signs that I'm giving you as that there's going to be some sort of adoption process or something like that that's going to happen, where you're going to actually manifest this child, right? So today times are changing, so just take it as it resonates, whichever way that it's aligning in your connection, right? So that was number two, the inner knowing. And number three is you will start to see them. Whether you're going to see them in visions, or you're going to just kind of hear them through clairaudience, right? Or clairvoyance. It doesn't really matter how you're going to actually visualize them. If it's going to come to you, it's going to come to you. I know that my daughter came, she's older, so she came actually very quickly, in maybe a few months of me meeting my twin flame. She came very quickly, and I knew that it was my child because I saw him holding her, and I knew it was my child just because I looked like that at her age, and she's about 3 years old there, and she's wearing a light pink dress. Very, very feminine looking. She's got like her hair in a ponytail, and she's got like little, like slight curls around her face, which didn't go up to her, to her ponytail, I guess. Kids sometimes, when you tie their hair in a ponytail, a few will just kind of stray around the face. So that's how it looks. And I know that. Well, my twin flame and I, we both look alike. So the children that I have seen, they look a lot like the both of us, but you will actually get to see their features and stuff like that. You will know that this is them. If you see a picture on Google or something like that, you will actually know that that's the child that you kind of saw that resembles it, right? I know that I did that. Google was very, very kind. I was able to find children's pictures that resembled it, and in the medium readings that I have had over the years, they are very on point with the way that they look. And they are just amazed at how the readers will be amazed as to how I actually found them on Google, and because they haven't arrived here yet, and I'm not a very good drawer, so I'm just saying that this is another sign of you knowing that that's gonna be the case, where you will actually see them and you may actually even see them in different stages of their life. I know that the first vision that I had of my daughter was at 3, but I've seen her younger stage now, and I've seen her a little bit older. My son was, and this was in a meditation, my twin flame showed, our son, and I don't know children's stages, so don't ask me how, what month they were, but this baby could sit on the floor, so that's what it was. Like, he was sitting on the floor, and he looked up, and he was just so cute. He's got like really big eyes, and so yeah, I want to say that I don't know what stage of the month that was, that vision of the baby, but since then I've seen him with my twin flame even older, right? Like maybe a few years old, that kind of stuff. So it's very, very interesting to see it. Like I said, as I'm coming, I guess, near to conception or whatever you want to call it, I'm able to see them a little bit more clearly, right, in other scenarios. So yeah, and I've seen even myself with these kids as well in different times. It's sometimes I see it with my twin flame, sometimes I see it with myself. So it's been presenting it that way. So that was sign number 3, seeing them through clairvoyance or visions, hearing them. I even this was in December when I actually even heard my son calling me, "Yes, mommy," and it was just, he's more, I'll get to that sign later, but yeah, he managed to even come through like that, and that was something really interesting. So sign number 4, and the reason why I'm giving you guys some examples around all these signs is so that you can understand how they can actually present you through these signs, because if I just name all these signs, you're not going to understand them, right? Just giving some examples like this will kind of give you an idea what to look for. So sign number 4 is you will get baby stuff through friends and family. I remember 5 years ago, my sister ended up giving me her bassinet, and it's sitting in my mom's garage just because I have a very compact garage, and it's filled with things. So I decided to put it in her garage, and over the years I've tried to get rid of it. Just her friend also was going to have a child, and there was something else, I think, like a swing or something like that. I can't remember. There were 2 items. So I told my sister, give it away, right? Like, because she's in that circle where there's lots of movement when it comes to children. There's couples that are having children and stuff like that. I figured, like, let's just get somebody else to just take it, right? But it hasn't happened. It's still sitting there in my mom's garage, even though I've told my sister, you can give it away if you want. It's been already 5.5 years for us that the children didn't come yet. So I figured that if they do come, we'll, if we need to get anything like that, it's gonna be, we'll just get it, right? But it's still sitting there. That's a very, very strong indication that it's just the way it is. So yeah, you may get like baby stuff through your friends and family, anything that is supposed to be passed down, kind of thing. See how it resonates. But that's that's also something that I noticed. Sign number 5 is they will start to make communication. Your children will start to make communication. Through the beginning, since I have known them, they've already began to make lots of communication with me. So, and that's very, very, on point. And I know that during Valentine's Day or Father's Day, Mother's Day, they always show up via their names, because I've already named my children. I don't know how he feels about the names, but that's what they have, and that's what they're going with so far. But so yeah, they started to show up via their names. It's pretty interesting, and they do not miss any Mother's Day. They started to do that with Father's Day as well. I'm not sure if my twin flame sees all that, but you know, it's there on Father's Day. They wouldn't miss it either. And I know Valentine's, always they show up. It's very emotional. So I mean, here we you know, they are not even born yet, and this is the connection they've already made with their parents. So it's just very, very profound. So very, very special. Another thing that lately I started to decode is that they started to show up, you know, they start giving you flowers and stuff like that, or certain symbols, right? I started seeing sunflowers everywhere, and I know that this is something that I looked up the meaning, and then I started working with Goddess Oshun for my clients when I started doing the womb clearing. You know, when I facilitated that, I kind of use the Oshun energy as well. She's one of the goddess that I work with, and of course she loves sunflowers. So what I associated with sunflowers is that it's a symbol for fertility. There's other flowers too, but this is very close to my connection just because of the energy that I bring in now in that type of healing. And they started to show up as sunflowers. You know, I'll see pictures of sunflowers in social media, that kind of stuff. In fact, last year, I ended up we had in local you know, locally where I live, they had a sunflower farm. So we ended up actually my friend and I, we ended up checking that out. We took lots of pictures, so that was very, very insane. I know that was it last year? I guess it was last year when Van Gogh's gallery came into the you know, into our local facility. So and of course, you know, he's got this picture of a sunflower. So when my friend and I, we went and we went into the gallery, we each got a sunflower as a tribute to Van Gogh. It was a fantastic I had some, like, we ended up staying there for 2 hours just checking out the paintings. I loved it. So yeah, I just want to say that that's going to be very, very crazy how the signs and things will just start to show up. And sunflowers is mine. You'll have to see what is yours. You'll also start to see some symbols like the Ankh, that is the fertility, you know, symbol. You may see that. You know, anything that kind of resembles birth, right? So check that all out. You know, just keep your eyes out on any kind of signs like that. Another really strong indication that you are about to have a child is you'll hear about pregnancy and people birthing children for, you know, everywhere. Like, I don't know why my scalp is itchy. But you will hear couples are having children, and you'll hear that you know, this so and so is pregnant, this celebrity is pregnant, this celebrity had a child, like, you know, that kind of thing. You're gonna hear it like insanely. So if that is something that is going to happen, just know that that is a clear sign that you're just about to have your child, right? Sign number 6 is very, very important, and it, like I said, it's not gender specific. It's going to be very, very different for everybody, but your body will start to change. Whether you're a guy or a girl, it doesn't matter, because like I said, it takes two to, you know, create something. You are going to go through some really big body changes, you know, where you're going to start to live a very healthy life. You're going to start thinking about your health and wellness. You're going to change your diet. If that's something that is happening, you know that that's in alignment with your soul, because you know, it's just endless, right? You will start to you know, even physically get fitter, right? You know, you'll start to take you know, your fitness a little bit more serious as well, because having children is all about having that fit body too, right? You know, if you have a good fit body, or if you are focusing on your fitness, your health, you know, that kind of stuff, that's going to be really, really big as well, because yeah, you will find that you know, all those kind of things kind of are in preparation for the arrival of a child, right? So that is another sign to look for, and that is your health will improve drastically, or you will find that you are focusing on your health a lot. Sign number 7, 333. That's the angel number 3333. 333. Okay, I don't know how many times I said that previously, but that's the one. The reason why I chose this particular angel number as one of the signs is because it's you and your person, and then now you're bringing the third energy. The third energy is really, really important in creation, right? You're bringing something in, and this would be one of the signs that will indicate very strongly that you are about to, bring in the third energy. And yeah, you're gonna get bombarded with that sign. So keep a lookout of this particular angel number 333. 8th sign is dreams. This is very big. I know that in my own twin flame connection, I rarely ever dreamt of him. And whenever I did, it was very, very on point with some of the messages that was coming to me. I'll just give you some of the examples of my dream as I share. This was a few years ago when I dreamt of us having a conversation, and I mentioned to him that, listen, we need to start thinking about these children if you want these kids to show up, naturally, as opposed to, surrogacy and all those kind of other ways, because time is kind of running here. So which way you do want to roll, because it's going to be a certain time when I can do this, and after that we'll have to look at some other ways to bring them. And he was listening to it, and he was thinking about it, which way. And from the expression, he didn't look too excited about trying it in another way of bringing them. He just wants them more naturally. But having said that, this was a conversation that I did have with him in my dream, and he was in thoughts. He was listening to it. And another dream that I recently saw that's pertaining to the children is my dad. This was in December, maybe. He decided to come into my dream, and we were having this father and daughter moment. And for those that don't know, my dad has passed away. It's 10 years now, but he is very much connected to me. He always comes in my dreams, and we chit chat about things. He's like a spirit guide, and he's come in my medium readings whenever I've called for him. So in this particular dream, he's laughing, and he's telling me that how our kids, my twin flame and our kids, like they will be completely spoiled by him, completely spoiled. Like he'll spoil them like silly, but when it comes to laying the law, he's gonna really snap out and like lay the law, right? So in that dream, just the way that he was saying it, it was just funny, and he was laughing about it, and I laughed as well. We were having this kind of conversation, and it didn't even seem like that he had passed away. It just totally felt real in that conversation. How I was talking about he's gonna spoil them insanely, but when it comes to laying the law, he will totally do that. And I can totally see that. I can see that he will be he'll spoil them, and there is a truth to that, because I just see it in his personality. He's kind of, he's easygoing to a point, and then after that, like he can be serious. So yeah, I would assume that based on what I've seen on his personality, I would think that that's totally on point. So that's the dream message that you will get, right? Like something like that you will get as dreams. Be on a lookout for dreams. I always say to people to keep a dream journal, just because some of these insights that you get during a dream, it may not make sense to you at that time, but it could actually make sense down the road. So do keep a dream journal. Sign number 9 is readings. If you're in a spiritual journey, chances are that you have done readings. Sometimes you would do it purposely, or sometimes things will come up in a reading. Messages have their ways of coming, and I know that during my twin flame readings, when I'm doing it with clients, they have no idea that the children are supposed to be coming, but it shows up in my reading. I mention it to them, that kind of stuff. So I just want to say that, you never know how the messages are supposed to come, and when they do, right? So reading is another one that is going to show up. Your messages will come through there. And if you have had medium readings, you will know that you get very, 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 very important messages, very distinctive messages. Like the first time when I had a medium reading, I know that my daughter was coming in this pink dress, and the reader was like, "Why am I being shown pink here?" Because she's saying pink, or just being shown pink, and I said, "Well, it's because the vision that I saw her in, she's in this pink dress, so that's what she's trying to say." And she was very, very particular to tell me that she is going to be a very tall child. And I can see that even through the visions that she's tall. It's not abnormal for, guys to be tall, just because, that's just what it is. But when a female is, when a female child is, telling about her height, the chances are that she is going to be tall. And you could say that my twin flame and I, we both are on the tall side. I am about 5'7", give and take, and he's 6'4". So we definitely will not have short children, just because genetically we both are taller, right? So that's another thing that I want to say, that they will actually be very, very specific. And my son, I already know he's tall, just because I can see the the height kind of in their in the visions and stuff like that. So both will be very tall children, just because the nature of our height is as such, right? So I don't see us having short children at all. Hopefully, she's not going to be too tall, just because it's then harder to find her mate or whatever. But then I have friends that are really, really tall. I have a friend that's she's 6'1", so I guess it doesn't really matter. But yeah, she did actually warn me about her height. So that's one of the things that's going to be very, very specific, is what they tell you in the readings. Just last month, I decided to this is kind of part of sign number 10, but I'm just going to go over whenever I feel that they are about to make some kind of communication. I'm not very high level medium at all. I get insights about my children, then I actually connect with the medium, just so that I get further insights on what they're trying to tell me. But majority of the time, I'm finding that whatever I'm picking up is exactly what it is in any case. But it's still nice to kind of get a reading. And I remember that last month I got some reading on connected with a medium, and I wanted to just kind of figure out what's going on with my children, just because they were coming on so strongly. And I kid you not, I have the reading recorded, and I found that in the reading there was like little orbs running around, and I was so stunned at looking at that, because it recorded it, it captured it on camera. So I'm just saying that if you ever get a medium reading or anything like that, do try to get it recorded, because yeah, it's crazy what you actually see. And there were orbs, and this is the first time that I actually noticed it in a reading, where they were present so strongly. So yeah, it's very, very important that you you record your readings like that. I know that when I'm doing any kind of sessions with my own clients, I actually make sure that my sessions are recorded and given to them. So readings are number 9 sign, and this is their number 10 sign, and that is that you will start to, as you advance and start to connect with your children, you will find that they will start to give you a little bit of their personality, what they will be like when they actually come here. And we'll see if this is accurate or not. At some point when they do roll in, I will try to give you guys an update on their personality. But my daughter is she's very, very how would I say it? She's sort of the rebellious type, and she did come in the reading as that. So in the reading, she's like coming a little bit on the rebellious side, where she's not a bad kid, but she's a lot more out there with a personality as opposed to my son. My son is more shy. She's not. She's more out there. She's more vibrant with her personality, and it did come up that she's gonna be sort of like a rebellious teenager. So I don't know how rebellious, but there was mentioned of like, she's gonna like the bad boys, kind of stuff, so I'm like, oh my god, okay, so I'll let the twin flame deal with that if that's the case. I have no idea. I find that based on my personality and all that, maybe I'll be the stricter parent, but it's hard to say. We'll see how things roll in. And our son is more shy. He's more like he knows what he wants, that kind of stuff. He's he's very sure, he's very confident, but he's a little bit on the shy side. And I can pick that up in his energy just because it's something that I have already tuned in. And if you have two children, you will see that they will, or even one child, doesn't matter, you'll see that they have kind of picked their favorites. You know how when you grow up, as growing up, you always had that favorite parent, right? Whether you were daddy's girl or you were mommy's girl, something like that. And my daughter is completely daddy's girl, hands down. She is all about him. And my son is more like a mama's boy. So it's very, very crazy how they already picked their their favorites, even like that. It's weird, and it's not surprising, because usually in a dynamic like that, that's usually the case anyways. Usually girls tend to gravitate more towards their dad anyways. I didn't realize that I was my daddy's girl until I actually did a life gratitude journal, because I thought that I was more closer to my mom growing up. But actually, all my memorable moments with my childhood was always with my dad. I don't remember anything with my mother. So so that itself is like, it was different to even get to know that, because as I grew up older and all that, I wasn't very close to my dad. But I guess growing up as a child, I was more closer to him. So yes, they will start to show their personalities in some way, and that was my sign number 10. They will start to pick their favorite as well. You'll start to know which one is what. My daughter is not at all close. Like in the beginning, I remember she was very close to me, and she was she was connecting with me more. But these days, for the last couple of years, she hasn't been connecting with me all that much. It's more my son that connects with me, and I have a feeling that she probably connects with him more, right? So yeah, these are the signs that I had. I hope you guys enjoyed this segment. I know that this was very close to my heart. And another thing that I want to add is that pay attention to all these kind of signs. Pay attention to the dream messages, pay attention to even your readings and stuff like that. If they show up, you'll be surprised how they actually roll. And you'll have to tell me if this segment actually resonated in any way. Do tell me what your signs are, because the more you actually put those signs in the comments, then others read it, and then it also affirms your sign as well, and you're sharing it with the collective, so they actually then know what to look for as well as in a sign. I kind of mentioned all the signs that I see, but yours will be completely different from what it is. But if you jot them down and share it with others, then others can know what they should be looking for as well. So this was Twin Flame Union, bringing you guys signs, 10 signs that you are about to have a child. Let me know definitely what this means for you guys in your twin flame connection. Take care, all the best, and wish you a really, really happy family life.